We will discuss about the last 1 week from November 4th to November 10th, what are all the important topics which happened. So, the first topic is Nirmala Sitharaman, the Finance Minister of India, visited Sri Lankan counterpart in Sri Lanka. That is the reason it is in the news. And the main thing is the biggest support which Sri Lanka got from India. If any international relations, any question we can expect in 2024 mains examination means mainly with respect to India and Sri Lanka. 2023 it was expected, 2024 it was expected, because there is a very huge economic crisis which happened in Sri Lanka. We know that there is a huge economic crisis. Who triggered it? Government of Sri Lanka triggered it. How? Number one, for the sake of votes. For the sake of votes. Why? Because now today elections are happening in India. So it's a classic example. If these people go and giving everything free, another day the India also might become like a Sri Lanka. How? What Sri Lankan people did? Sri Lankan government did. Mahendra Rajapaksa, what he did? Mahendra Rajapaksa in 2019, in order to come into the power, he reduced tax. So there is huge tax cuts. And number two, he started giving freebies. He started giving freebies for the sake of votes, what he promised. Number one. Then what happened? They came up with a policy called as organic farming. So very rigorously they went that we will go for organic farming. Second thing. First thing is tax cut. Number three, everything started giving in freely. Number two, what happened? Organic farming. So agriculture across Sri Lanka, they told that strictly no more synthetic agriculture, no more chemical agriculture, all the agriculture across Sri Lanka should be organic. What is the problem with organic farming? Means the productivity will be very, very less. For example, through synthetic agriculture, if you produce 100 quintals with the same energy, with the same input, with the same technology, 100 quintal of synthetic agriculture will result in only a 10 quintal of organic agriculture output. So 1/10 will be produced. So they don't have food to eat for themselves. They don't have food to eat for themselves. Number two. Number three, COVID had impacted huge. Why? Because 90% of the revenue for the Sri Lanka is through tourism, and 90% of the tourism got impacted. So their GDP got impacted. Because of these three reasons, the economic crisis triggered like anything in Sri Lanka. In this particular context, no country came forward, means other countries also came forward, but India was in the forefront, provided with $4 billion. Provided with $4 billion in a line of credit only. Line of credit means by credit only, by loan only. The interest rate is very less, but no one came forward. Why? Because the country is economically collapsed. They will be not in a position to pay back. They will be not in a position to pay back, but still we took risk. This is the reason when this lady, when the finance minister, the honorable finance minister, when she visited, they reminded this. In 2021, you provided us $4 billion, for that we are going to be debited to the country called as India. In this way, the relations between the India and Sri Lanka has been enormously increased. Why? Because in 2017, 2016, 2018, Sri Lanka was moving from India towards China. That is the reason Hambantota. That is the reason Hambantota, if you see here, Hambantota harbour construction operations was been completely given to China. So if this is under the control of China, means complete South Indian Ocean will be under the control of China. They given it. So India was worried. What the China's influence is increasing in Sri Lanka, what we have to do. So we got a very good opportunity to maintain friendship with Sri Lanka by providing line of credit of $4 billion. So this is one port which we have to remember, Hambantota port. So any international relation, you understand this, any international relations with India, you have to understand in four contexts. Number one, cultural relation. For example, our Ramayana is also there in Sri Lanka. Number one, Buddhism, Bodhisattvas. The majority of the religion in Sri Lanka is Buddhist. Where the Buddhism evolved, what is the origin point of Buddhism? India. So there is a cultural ties between India and Sri Lanka. Number two, historical ties. What is the historical ties? From 1983 to 2009, there was a very severe civil war in Sri Lanka. Mainly this part of Sri Lanka, if you see Jaffna, this part of Sri Lanka, from 1983 was in war, mainly because of LTTE, Liberation of Tamil Tigers Elam. LTTE, one of the terrorist organization. So this from 1983 the civil war continued. The civil war was between Sinhalese government. Sinhalese are the majority government in Sri Lanka, who follow Buddhism. And in the northeast and north part, the complete people who are living is Sri Lankan Tamilians, who speak Tamilian language. So what happened in 1970, 1980, the policy adopted by the Sinhalese government. In 1970s and 1980, the policy adopted by Sinhalese government means mainstream government is only Sinhalese language will be there in school education, in college education, and into the recruitment, government recruitment, only Sinhalese people will be taken. So no educational opportunity for Tamilians people, no reservations or no any opportunities for Tamilians people. So what happened? So these people were into discontent. These people were being discontent, and they started asking for a separate country called as Tamil Eelam. Tamil Eelam means Tamil Desham. Eelam means Desham. Tamil Eelam. So for that, a terrorist organization came into existence, which is called as LTTE, Liberation of Tamil Tigers Eelam. The one of the terrorist organization in the world, one of the terrorist only organization, only today also, no one broken the record. The only terrorist organization in the world which is having air force. They have their own air force. For the first time, the children were being taken into recruitment. The children were being given weapons. The child terrorists were being appointed through LTTE. Number 3, suicidal bombs. Now these Al-Qaeda people, they learned from LTTE. Before that only they had habit of suicidal bombs. Go and kill and you also die. So much aggressive people were being these Tamilian people. So in this particular context, civil war was from 1983 to 2009. The complete Sri Lanka was burning. One generation lost. One generation means 25 years. Nearly 27 years, 1983 to 2009. Complete one generation lost. Sinhalese lost, Sri Lankan lost. After the death of Vellupullai Prabhakaran, the LTTE slowly wiped out, and the complete Sri Lankan Tamilians or this particular part of Sri Lanka is under the complete control of Sri Lankan government. So no more war, nothing. So in this particular context, there is peacekeeping mission. There is peacekeeping mission which is called as PKM, was been sent by Rajiv Gandhi to Sri Lanka to go against Sri Lankan Tamilians. Then the Sri Lankan Tamilians got angry. Tamilians also got angry in India. Why? Because how you can send our army, peacekeeping mission means Indian army supporting Sri Lanka against whom? Sri Lankan Tamilians. But Sri Lankan Tamilians descent is traced from where? Sri Lankan Tamil, India. So how you can go against Indians indirectly? Sri Lankan Tamilians are who? Indirectly Indians. Why? Because their forefathers came from India. After independence, in search of employment, they came and they settled here. You send the peacekeeping mission to kill our own Indians. So they got the angry, and the suicidal Nalini became the suicidal bomber and killed Rajiv Gandhi. So at that time, there is a historical ties established between India and Sri Lanka. Why? Because Sri Lanka is very much happy that India has sent a peacekeeping mission. Nearly 50,000 military came from India. 50,000 military came for India to fight against Sri Lankan Tamilians. So we have cultural ties, we have historical ties, we have economical ties also. What are our economical ties? We gave $4 billion. We have economical ties, and the most of the tourists who are coming to Sri Lanka are from India. The majority of the tourists who are visiting Sri Lanka is India. Historical ties, political ties. What is the political ties? There is a relationship between India and Sri Lanka. Why? Because Tamilians who are located here, their origins are there in India. So politically also we are affiliated to Sri Lanka. So any country you have to remember cultural ties, historical ties, economical ties, political ties. That's it. Four broad. You have to make like this. You have to make one tree diagram. You have to make one tree diagram like this. One is historical. What are the historical? 3 or 4s. What are cultural? 3 or 4s. You remember 4. Economical, 3 or 4. Political, 3 or 4. That's it. Any country you make this one. Finish. Within one day you can complete your international relations. That too should be with respect to current affairs. So in this way, it made a sense. So when she visited Sri Lanka, the people remembered, the government of Sri Lanka remembered that you gave us $4 billion. So apart from this, what are the relations? India will continue collaborating with Sri Lanka on debt treatment. You don't worry about the debt which you owe to me, $4 billion. I will give you more time, slowly you can pay me back. No need to worry about the debt. India and Japan are the major creditors of Sri Lanka during the crisis. Not only India, Japan also supported. Sri Lanka is preparing a common agreement plan for all, so that they are coming up with a plan that when I am going to pay your money back, you don't worry. So Sri Lanka is also reciprocating that we are also economically, we are growing slowly. So we will also make an agreement that by what time we will be paying you back your money. They will help Sri Lanka in gaining a second tranche of IMF. When the country gets collapsed, there are two international bodies, one is called as World Bank, other is called as IMF. IMF will fund the money only for poverty alleviation, infrastructure development and development as well as welfare only the World Bank will be funding. But if there is any problem like this, when the economy collapses, when the foreign exchange becomes zero, when the country is not running according to the standards, then IMF will fund in the form of tranches, means amount. Again they will wait, again they will send, again they will wait, again they will send. So IMF is also ready to support Sri Lanka. Areas of cooperation between India and Sri Lanka, what? Intergrid connectivity. We are planning to have a connectivity, intergrid connectivity, whereby we will have the boats, we will have the steamer, wherever necessary there will be bridges, wherever necessary there will be railway line. So intergrid connectivity, not only aeroplane but also intergrid connectivity. Intergrid connectivity means on the land. Aviation and power projects, oil exploration in the northern town of Gulf of Mannar. So any country when you are coming across, you have to remember that map pointing, very fastly you have to go. So you have to remember that there is something called as Adams Bridge. Adams Bridge is nothing but once upon a time we thought that it is a Ramasetu. Later it has been named as Adams Bridge. It is connecting what? India and Gulf of Mannar. Here we have this particular region is called as Gulf of Mannar. Jaffna and India part is connected by what? Park Strait. What is strait? Two side land bodies will be there, in between water will be there. That is called a strait. Park Strait. There is Park Strait. We have Bay of Bengal, we have Gulf of Mannar. So Gulf of Mannar, Park Strait. Southern part is Gulf of Mannar, northern part is Park Strait. India and Sri Lanka exchanged MOU on $15 billion grant assistance from India for the promotion of Buddhist ties between the countries. There is a difference between grant, there is a difference between line of credit. When you are reading newspaper, when you come across grant means free. So the government of India in this meeting they told that we are going to give you $15 million. This $15 million should use for development of Buddhist monasteries or Buddhist temples or Buddhist tourism places or Buddhist pilgrimage centers. Why? Because we have historical ties. 10 million out of the amount will fund solar electrification of religious places. From this 10 will go for solar electrification. The President of Sri Lanka thanked India for the nearly $4 billion Indian assistance to Sri Lanka during its. So in this way, any answer when you are writing, it can happen somewhere time, but the $4 billion is a very big amount which is given by India. So hence the relationship between India and Sri Lanka is very vibrant. So what are the relations? If you want to remember with any country, historical, cultural, economical, political. And mainly with China factor is there, China factor. Why? Because already the Hambantota is given to China. So India want to make friendship more, so that Sri Lanka will not tilt towards China. So what they did, they gave $4 billion. What frequently we are visiting and telling that you don't worry, I am there. So that he will. National Turmeric Board, it was in news, mainly in Telangana state. It's a political thing. So Narendra Modi, when he visited Telangana 15 days back, he told that we are coming up with a National Turmeric Board in Telangana in Nizamabad. Till now we don't have board for turmeric. For the first time, a board was established at national level, a national turmeric board was established which will take care about production, marketing, promotion, research and development. So, it will mainly help in development of turmeric. 60% of world turmeric is produced in India, and we mainly export to Bangladesh, UAE, USA and Malaysia. Turmeric is very much in demand in USA mainly because of its antimicrobial characteristic. So, hence the national board establishing is a very good sign that government of India is refocusing on development of turmeric. So, in agriculture sector it is a very good sign that if any agriculture product is producing, if any agriculture product is having a very good market, that we need to have a board, and the board is National Turmeric Board. For that there will be a chairperson who will be appointed by the central government. There will be a secretary who will be appointed by Department of Commerce, and remaining members will be from Ayush. You have to understand why Ayush, Ayurveda, Unani, Yoga, Siddha, Homeopathy. So, in medicinal terms it have more functions, not only in kitchen but also in medicinal terms. Hence, there are members from Ministry of Ayush, there is a secretary is appointed from the Ministry of Commerce, and the chairman is appointed by the central government. So, what is the importance of it? National Turmeric Board, where it is coming up in Nizamabad, and the chairperson will be appointed by the central government, and the secretary will be appointed by the Ministry of Commerce. Other members will be appointed by the Ayush, Ministry of Ayush. Why it is important means we are refocusing on agriculture sector. Actually, this decision is political decision. This is not for agriculture sector. So, when MP, Nizamabad MP, he was repeatedly asking, there is a need for, why? Because in Telangana region or in South India region, the turmeric is abundantly grown in northern Telangana, in Nizamabad region, Adilabad region, Nirmal region. So, in order to make the people to understand that we are also bothering about your development. So, we came up with National Turmeric Third. Again, counterpart meeting, which is called as 2+2 dialogue. Prelims point of view, you can remember like this. 2+2 dialogue is what? 2+2 dialogue means 2 delegates from one country and 2 delegates from other country come and talk together. Mainly in Indian context, 2+2 dialogue or 2+2 ministerial dialogue is between external affairs, defense minister, counterpart of another country, mainly United States of America, both visited together under the dialogue called as what? 2+2 dialogue. 2+2 dialogue. We have Ministry of External Affairs, we have Ministry of Defense, and counterparts are Blinken, Austin. Secretary to Ministry of Defense there, Secretary to External Affairs. The US Secretary of State and the Defense Secretary will be visiting India for the Indo-US 2+2 ministerial dialogue. Ministerial dialogues means when the 2 ministries meet with other 2 ministries and they both discuss and come to a conclusion. Mainly which ministries? Defense and external. The 2+2 dialogue was held between Indian External Affairs and Defense Minister. The 2+2 ministerial dialogue is the highest level of stock taking encompassing the wide range of issues. So, defense to nuclear, space to cyber security, visas to health. These are the things which we are going to discuss, and the major thing is with respect to Russia-Ukraine war, Israel-Hamas war, China's assertiveness continues in the Indo-Pacific. Both countries, the common enemy is China. So, how the China's growth is happening in Indo-Pacific, in order to control it, they are going to discuss. They are going to discuss about Russia-Ukraine. They are going to discuss about Israel-Hamas war. These are the 3 things which will be discussed in 2+2 dialogue. So, 2+2 dialogue is a dialogue between the 2 countries mainly at the level of defense and external affairs. Now, again, very much current affairs. The prestigious project which is told by, it is not state current affairs, it is a national current affair only. The prestigious project, hydro project, multi-purpose project, irrigation project, which is told repeatedly by the Telangana government. Why? Because the budget was 1 lakh crore. The budget was 1 lakh crore. Was been failed project. Recently, the expert committee to study about the large dams, the expert committee to study about the large dams. They came to a dam called as Kaleshwaram Dam. They came to a dam called as Kaleshwaram Dam. The budget for it was 1 lakh crore. And the pillars which will be laid, the pillars are going down. The pillars are going inside the geology. The pillars are going inside the earth surface, which is very, very dangerous. If it continues, what will happen? The villages which are nearing that Kaleshwaram project, nearly 200 to 300 villages will submerge at a stretch. It's very, very dangerous. So, what was been told by the prestigious project by the TRS government of Telangana state, it is no more a prestigious project. Why? Because it's a failed project. Pillars themselves are having the cracks, pillars themselves are submerging under the water, is a threat to the existence of people surrounding. So, in this context, what we have to remember, there is an act called as Dam Safety Act 2021. Recently, we made an act. For what? For the protection of dams. Why? Because nowadays states are going very rigorously, aggressively for construction of dams. What are dams, sir? Dams is nothing. Here water is there. Here the water is there. I want to store it. So, what I will do? I will construct an anicut. Means a big wall. So, water in the rainfall from here, highlands or from mountains or from hills, the water will come and it will store here. So, this will be called as reservoir. This will be called as reservoir. To reservoir, to control the water flow, I constructed anicut. Then what I will do? I will make canals. So, what will happen? I will slowly open the gates. So, whenever I record, I will take the water and I will send to the canals. Why? Because I have to stop it. If I open directly, then the canals will be submerged and the villages will be submerged. So, what will happen? I will stop this through this anicut. So, where the sump we saw now, the pillars are going inside where? Here, anicut. This itself is weak. When this itself is weak, people will invest money on this only. If this itself is weak, if this got run away, then complete water will flow down into the villages. So, for that, to control, the government came up with a legislation in 2021 which is called as Dam Safety Act. Why, sir? I will tell you two things. It can be a central government or a state government. When they come into power, now only we saw one procession, a huge procession. I am very sure whoever are beating the drums, very demand, all political parties are asking. So, they might call, nearly 100 people are there. In normal times, they might charge 1000 rupees. Now, elections are there, compulsory they might be charging 3000 rupees per head. 3000 into 100, how much it happened? 3 lakhs, only for drums, that too only for one day. Then what happened for 20 days, then 30 days. Huge investment. Then how I should bring back the money? Why I should invest? So that I will get it back. So, how to get it back? The best solution with state government as well as central government is through projects. What type of projects, sir? State government. Irrigation sector will come under state list. In the 7th schedule of the constitution, 3 lists will be there. State list, concurrent list, union list. Union list means only laws will be made by the central government. State list means only the laws will be made by state government. Concurrent list means both will be making the laws, either state and center. So, irrigation sector will come under state list. Irrigation sector will come under the state list. Then what I will do? They will form the government. Then all the MLAs who won the election, they come together. Sir, I kept 100 crore, sir, I kept 50 crore. What I should do? I sold everything. Nothing is there. Then the KCR will sit and he will tell that, you don't worry. I am coming with another project. Now Kaleshwaram happened, now we will come with Paleshwaram. Another project. What this project will do? For project, bolt, nuts, cement, bricks, these all for auditing, handwritten bills are enough for auditing. So, what they will do? They will inflate the prices. One bolt 10 rupees, they will show it as 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees. How many bolts? 10,000 bolts. No evidence, nothing. The bill is, the receipt itself is evidence. So, in that way, every state government, when they form a government, immediately they will come up with what? Construction of irrigation projects, construction of dams. That is the reason, if you remember, in YSR regime, there is Jalayajnam. Why they will do, why, whether water is not there, but still why they will come? They will come because they can make the money ready-made. Accounting procedure will not be severe. Why? Because the state government tell that we want to go for agriculture sector. Our priority is agriculture sector. On the name of construction of dams, they will charge. Similarly, then what central government will do, sir? They are also putting investment now. They will go with defense deal. You notice, any time when the government will come, they will come with Rafale deal, Bofors deal. What is that? Nothing. I will go to one country and I will tell that I want 4 helicopters. He will tell that 1 lakh rupees for helicopter. Please make it 1 crore. Okay, what for me? He will write and he will. And for auditing, what is required? A bill is required. And they will tell that we are going to save the defense sector of India, so we bought 4 helicopters. In this way, the central government will go for defense deals, state governments will go for irrigation projects. So the government of India understood that every state government, when they are coming up with a new government, one common thing they are doing, what is that? Irrigation. All dams are there, no, one more I will construct. Last time you constructed, whether I shouted no, now this time I will construct one more dam. If you want to construct, again we will go for, after 5 years, again we will go for election. No, beside another dam you construct, I will not tell anything. So the construction of dams are been increasing without any necessity, without any requirement. So the government of India came up with, okay, you people are constructing, that is state list, so I cannot tell anything. It is in the state list, so I cannot tell anything. Why? Because it will be impacting the federal features. So, but what I will do, whether that dams are safer or not. Whether dams are safer or not. If not, if what happened to the Kaleshwaram, it gets some put down, if completely it goes down, 200 villages will be submerged. Nearly 40,000, 50,000 people might die. So the safety of dam is very important. If you remember, there is another dam called as Idukki Dam. Idukki Dam. In Kerala it is. Very old dam. Very, very old dam. The cracks came on the dam. The dam is very, very fragile, very, very sensitive. So protection of dams is also very important. For that we have a legislation called as Dam Safety Act. Under this, what will happen? Introduced in response to dam failures caused by deficient surveillance and maintenance. These are dams with height more than 15 meters. If that anecut distance, that wall, anecut means nothing but that wall, big wall will be there, no? That is called as wall. This side is called as reservoir. They will open the gates and the wall will fall down. From here the water will go into the canals. Then what they will do down, they will put turbines. When the water is falling through the gates, the turbine will rotate. Hence it will be used for production of agriculture, production of electricity. When the water came down, they will send it to canals. It will be used for irrigation. So hence multi-purpose. One is production of electricity as well as, but that anecut itself is a problem many times. That anecut itself is a problem. So institutional mechanism, 2 national level bodies will be there. 2 national level bodies will be there when they are constructing. Then sir, if there is a problem with Kaleshwaram, then how they got the permission? The act came in which year? 2021. By the time the construction of Kaleshwaram has been completed. It started in 2014 and got in 2019, just before the elections. 2 national bodies will be there. They will check the quality, the maintenance, the operations of the dam. National Committee on Dam Safety will be there, responsible for the overseeing dam safety, whether they are following the dam safety policies and regulations or not. Like what? There will be grade of cement, 43 grade cement, 53 grade cement, KCP cement, grade ACC, Associated Cement Companies grade will be there, 43 grade, 53 grade. So what people will, usually they will buy 43 grade, why? Because the cost will be less. But for the dam, the rate of cement should be, the grade of cement should be 73 grade. Means specially we have to manufacture for it. So what the government will do, no need for 73 grade, it is very costly, we will go for 43 grade. If 43 with the 43 grade mortar, if they construct the anecut, whether the water force it can sustain? No. The pillars can sustain? No, the pillars will fall down. So there will be National Committee on Dam Safety. There is a National Dam Safety Authority who will take the decision based on the recommendations given by this committee. And chairman of the Central Water Commission heads dam safety protocol at the national level. These 4 bodies came into existence. One is called as 2 national level bodies, second is called as National Committee on Dam Safety, number 3 is called as National Dam Safety Authority, number 4 is called as Chairman of Central Water Commission also heads the dam safety protocol. In this way 4 people or the 4 bodies will be taking care about dam safety. Important current affair because of Kaleshwaram. In prelims or else in mains. First one, 2 national level bodies. Second one, National Committee on Dam Safety. Number 3, National Dam Safety Authority. Number 4, Central Water Commission chairperson who will be the heading the protocol means they will check whether they are following the protocol, like grade of the cement, grade of the stone, masonry stone they will tell. Next, free ration scheme to be extended for 5 more years. We know Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, when it came in COVID times. In COVID times, Narendra Modi came up with Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Those who are having white ration card were being provided with every month 1000 rupees they gave. If you remember, whoever are having white ration card, the central government gave 1000 rupees plus free ration. In a family, per head, 5 kgs of free ration. Not 2 rupees, not 1 rupee, nothing, completely free. Other than the ration given by the state government. State government also will give no ration card, 2 rupees kg, 1 rupee kg rice. Other than that, externally central government gave by the program called as Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. What happened? We gave this in 2020 because of COVID. We extended to 2021, we extended to 2022, we extended to December 2023. Now December 2023 is there, an election year. So every year what we will do, we will not do. Why? Because elections are there. They extended by 5 years. The program is very good program. All the people will be getting 5 kgs per head. 5 kgs per head. Free ration. That is called as Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Under this program only we got what? Mobile, one nation, one ration card. Under this program only, one nation, one ration card. Means what? I had a ration card of Maharashtra, for example. I have a ration card of Maharashtra, but I am working in Hyderabad as a daily wager. See, five members are there in my family. Per head 5 kgs they are giving under Pradhana Mantri Kalyan Yojana. Up to now I was in Maharashtra. Now in search of livelihood I came to Hyderabad. When I was in Maharashtra, my family used to get 25 kgs of rice. Now I came to Hyderabad. What is the disadvantage now? I will not get that ration. Then there should be some mobility, there should be some process. Then they came up with one nation, one ration card. Now what we did? Across India, wherever the person is having ration card, they integrated it. And if he is not taking in Maharashtra, he can take in Telangana. If he is not taking in Telangana, he can take in Andhra Pradesh. If he is not taking in Andhra Pradesh, he can take in Odisha. If he is not taking in Odisha, he can take in Uttar Pradesh. If he is not taking in Uttar Pradesh, he can take in Delhi also. They integrated it. Once he took, online will update. So again he cannot take in Maharashtra. That month ration completed. So it will help whom? Mainly migrant laborers. Why? Because who are the sufferers in COVID times? Who are the worst sufferers? Migrant laborers. So in order to help them, we came up with an idea called as one nation, one ration card. Under which scheme? Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. This is what the same. Garib Kalyan Yojana. Why it is in the news? How you have to write? Like there will be economic question. What are the poverty alleviation schemes for the development of poor in India? Or what are the poverty alleviation schemes which have been institutionalized by the government of India recently? Then everyone will write about Pradhana Mantri National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. This type of schemes, current affair. Now till 2028, December 2023, 5 years means what? 24, 25, 26, 27, till December 2028, this 5 years will be provided with Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana. Free ration. One nation, one ration. So he will not worry. If you remember, if you are from lower middle class family and your family members are having ration card, they will worry, 5th came, 6th came, ration card shop is there, we are here, how to go there, ration is there, they will worry about this. India, Chile relationship, framework, free trade agreement. I will tell you some meanings, again your economy teacher will tell. I am to the point as current affairs. There is something called as free trade agreement. You heard, I know, free trade agreement, FTA, free trade agreement. By the word, what you are understanding? Free means free, huh? What you are understanding? Free trade agreement means it is not free, but what? Without any extra conditions. For example, India is keeping some conditions for Chinese goods. Why? Because bombarding of imports are coming from China right now. For what? Mainly for decoration lights. Mainly for what? Decoration light. They will come imported very cheaper. They will come into Indian market. When they come into Indian market, everyone will buy it. But those decoration lights which are manufactured in India will be of higher cost when compared to the decoration lights of Chinese. But we are not bothered about it. We are bothered only about the price. Who is giving cheaper cost, we will take it. So we are taking. Then what the government of India should do? We have to protect our domestic market. Then what I will do? I will impose a tax called as countervailing tax. Countervailing tax means in order to protect my market, in order to protect my domestic market, I want to impose some extra tax on the goods which are coming from foreign country, so that the price competition will be there, so that your price also will be in competition with my price. So your price will not be cheaper than our price. Are you getting my point? Yes. So your price will also be on par with domestic decoration lights. So what will happen? Customer will not confuse. Now for the customer, the Chinese good, the Chinese decoration lights as well as Indian decoration lights, both are. So this type of mechanism, lot of countries will resist. Why you are imposing extra tax? Yes, our inputs are less, our salaries are less, we produce at cheaper cost, so we are sending into your market. Why you impose your normal tax? Why you are imposing extra tax like countervailing tax? Countering your prices, because you are countering my prices. So I am imposing extra tax to make my product competitive. Why such sort of activity? So this sort of activities will make the economical relations worst or negative. So there is a concept called as free trade agreement. If I come with free trade agreement with you, whatever may be your market, I am not going to impose any restriction. Without any restrictions, it is called as free trade agreement. Means what? Tax will, it's not free. Taxes will be there, everything will be there, but without any extra restrictions. Everything will be as common to other country will be with your country. So if India has established the free trade agreement with Chile, means what? No extra restriction. We will trade. You have to pay the tax according to the policy of the government of India. But I am not going to impose any extra restrictions. That is called as free trade agreement. There is another term called as most favored nation. For Pakistan, India is called as most favored nation. For India, Pakistan is called as most favored nation. For Pakistan, India is called as most favored nation. What is most favored nation? It is not the meaning what is there here. Most favored nation means like other countries you are also. Like other countries you are also. You don't think we are enemies, so I will be imposing anything on your trade. Nothing. Most favored nation means normal. So India and Pakistan are the only countries in the world which is having most favored nations. If when someone is listening means they are thinking that there is a favorable conditions. It's not favorable conditions. How I am treating other countries, I am going to treat you in the same way. Free trade agreement is also same. The trade is not free, but there will not be any extra restriction. So now we are coming up. What happened on November 6th? There is a meeting happened between the trade ministers of Chile as well as India, and both signed an agreement called as free trade agreement. And it is most important because this country is having lithium reserves. This country is having lithium reserves, and now we want to transform ourselves from fossil fuel economy to battery driven economy. Now we want to transform from fossil fuel driven economy to battery driven economy, or fossil fuel transport and communication to battery driven transport and communication. But for that, what we need to have, nowadays we are emphasizing more on electric vehicles. So what is a battery run by? Lithium. So this country is having lithium reserve. So if I want to maintain relationship with them, why? Because I want lithium. India's growing demand for lithium due to its electric vehicle industry. This makes the partnership with Chile strategically important. With China's slowing down, the India-Chile partnership gains promotion in the context of electric vehicles. Any question, compulsory there will be question on electric vehicles, either economical point of view or science and technology point of view. Any question on electric vehicles also. For that we need to have lithium. When we want lithium, we need to have relationship with other countries. And to get lithium, which country we are maintaining the relationship? See, current affairs means it is not the current affairs which you study in isolation. When you read current affairs means you have to integrate with other topics like electric vehicles. Not only electric vehicles, in climate change. So, in order to resist climate change, we are going against fossil fuels and promoting electric vehicles. But there is a problem with electric vehicles in India, that is lithium reserves are very less in India. So, in order to have the lithium reserves, we maintain the relationship with Chile very recently. See how for climate change also we brought this, for renewable energy also we brought this, for electric vehicles also we brought this, or for any non-conventional energy sources. Battery is what? Non-conventional energy source. QS means quasi-Corelli or Queque-Corelli-Simons or Queque-Corelli-Simons is one. This is a South African Korean word. A Simons Queque-Corelli-Simons ranking. India entered for the first time within 150 universities. India got for the first time entered into 150 top countries in the Asia region. That too IIT Mumbai in 2024 and 2023. In 2023 our rank was 172, now its rank means our higher educational institutions are performing. For example, in this QS Asia University ranking, for the first time any university from India entered into the top 150 and 149th rank is now IIT Mumbai. The global higher education think tank Quasi-Corelli-Simons has released the QS Asia University rankings, including 148 universities from India in the comprehensive list of 856 universities across Asia. This time India has surpassed China by featuring 148 universities on the list, marking 37-point increase from the previous year. The most represented countries are India with 148 universities, followed by China 133 universities and Japan 96 universities. See, understand this. Out of how many? 850. Out of 856, more number of universities are from India only, but not in the top. Almost all are average universities. In the top 150, our number is only 1, but out of 856, our number is 148. Means what? We are not performing on the top, but in average we are performing more in number. QS Asia University ranking. More number is from China, India or Japan? India. All the Asian universities. How many universities are part of this 856 list? 148. But in top 150, we are in the last but one, that is 149. NATO formally suspended Cold War security treaty as Russia pulls out. What is this? This is in the news. Finland joined in NATO. What is NATO, sir? What is NATO? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. North Atlantic Treaty Organization. What is this? After the World War II, the country is divided, the world is divided into two blocks. The world is divided into two blocks. One block is headed by USSR, another block is headed by United States of America. It is two blocks after the World War II from 1939 to 1945. World War II. Because of the breakdown of Germany, because of the breakdown of Japan, the two countries and Italy, these are three countries who are aggressive. So, after the World War II, the world now became only two power centers. One is USSR, other is USA. There is a threat from USSR to the European countries. There is a threat for North American countries, mainly on the lines of ideology. What is the ideology of USSR? Communists. What is the ideology of USA bloc? Capitalists. Lot of espionage was happening. USSR people's spies would be there in USA bloc spies would be there in USSR. Lot of espionage. So, the threat was very much. Mainly in 1962 what happened? Cuban Missile Crisis. in 1962. Cuba, America, Central America, a small island called as Cuba, which is very near to United States of America. But unfortunately, that Cuba country is under the control of communists. The Cuban country is under the control of communists. So, but geographically it is very near to USA. Then what USA want? Here all are capitalists. In between there is a red flag is there. I want to remove that red flag. Who is red flag? Cuba. So what they did? They started to sending spies, money, drugs to destabilize Cuba, to remove the government which is run by the communists and to bring the government which run on the lines of America. So they want to couple the Cuban government. So this was been noticed by USSR. The Cuban government asked for the help of Russia, USSR. Then what? The Russia took the ships, the big ships, missile carrying nuclear weapons. Missiles carrying nuclear weapons were being sit on the ships and they started moving towards Cuba. Then it was a very big threat. It is a very big threat to USA. So in that way the crisis used to happen between the USSR bloc and USA bloc. So if any USSR bloc country attack the NATO countries, so they formed one group called as NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which mainly constitute North American countries and European countries. If attack on any country in the North bloc will be seen as attack on every country in that particular bloc. Got it? So overall 31 countries are there. If Russia attacks any one country in that particular 31 countries, for example, Finland becomes last week 31st country. So if Russia attacks or any country attacks Finland, it is not the attack on Finland alone, it is attack on 31 countries. They have one united military bloc, they have one united air force bloc, they have united navy bloc, NATO forces. Why it is in the news? So Finland becomes 31st member of, so how many members are there in NATO? 31. Earlier we have Treaty of Conventional Armed Forces in Europe, then it is changed into North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The headquarters is near Mons, Belgium. Headquarters are located in Brussels. Well, NATO's military headquarters is located in Mons, Belgium. So the headquarters of NATO is Brussels. How many countries are there? 31. What is the conflict between the Ukraine and Russia? Ukraine want to join NATO. Russia, no, you have to join. Never you should join. Then it asked, Russia asked Ukraine, why I should not join? Once upon a time you are part of me. But we divorced, no. When we got divorced, I can see any person. No. We divorced true only, but still you should not see anyone. What is this? What are you talking? Ukraine got angry. You are questioning my sovereignty. If we are married together, if we are staying together, then you can ask me. We already got divorced. Still, I know we got divorced, but still you should not look. If you look, no, see what will happen to you. Then Ukraine got angry. Then whom the Ukraine is seeing? Started supporting Ukraine. Don't bother about him. You come. You don't bother about him. Why? Because you already divorced. No, everything legal papers are there. It's coming. Then USSR is coming in. Russia is coming in between. If you go, see, I will break your. So who sandwiched? Ukraine got sandwiched between Russia and NATO forces. That is the main conflict. Nothing is there between the Ukraine and this is the only conflict. They want to join NATO. Why? Because if they join NATO, attack on Ukraine will be the attack on NATO countries. So they didn't join. They want to join. He know that if once joined, finish. So better I have to take the step before joining. Ukraine also told this thing. Ukraine blamed NATO. You told you join, now you are not at all talking. You motivated me. So I got motivation and I came. After I took the journey, you took backtrack. I am in between now. Where I have to go? Then NATO told intelligently, I can understand you, but it's better once you talk to him. Once solve. Why? Because unnecessarily headache for me. Why? Because you didn't join legally. Once you joined, it will be a binding. Whether you joined, no. Just you thought to. For thought only this much is happening. If you join, what? Finland becomes 31st member in NATO. Krishi app, Krishi 24/7 app, first ever artificial intelligence powered solution. What is this artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is nothing. I opened this app called as Krishi. Once I searched about groundnut farming, then this artificial intelligence will understand that this person is a groundnut farmer, and all the information of groundnut farming will be given to me. That is artificial intelligence. Means the artificial intelligence will understand like man. So this person is interested in this, so it will give this only. That is called as artificial intelligence powered solutions. You understand, if anything, if they mentioned about artificial intelligence, means what you repeatedly see, what you repeatedly notice on the same issue, on the same news, you will be getting multiple times. So the Krishi app is the first app in India which is designed on the lines of Agriculture Ministry in collaboration with Wadhwani Institute for Artificial Intelligence developed Krishi 24/7. It is the first ever artificial intelligence powered solution aiming to automate agriculture news monitoring and analysis with support from Google.org. Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare identifying relevant agriculture news, generating timely alerts, taking prompt action to safeguard farmers. It will timely alerts. According to the temperature, it will give the information. Like if it is located, like how our Arogya Setu, if any COVID positive is there, it will make an alarm. Sound or red color used to make. What artificial intelligence is? Ken Betwa river linking. Why it is in the news? It's an old story, no sir. Recently, environment clearance was been given for the completion of Ken Betwa river linking. What is this? See this diagram. Ken. In Ken, this is Betwa. This is Betwa. Ken is in Uttar Pradesh. This is Bundelkhand. Completely dry area, drought ridden area, Bundelkhand. Here there is no water. Here there is excess water. In Ken there is excess water. In Betwa there is no water. So what I am doing, the excess water is going into down the line into the Bay of Bengal, slowly moving down the Bay of Bengal. So what I have to do? I have to redirect. For that, what purpose I want to construct? From here to here there is no route. So I want to construct a canal. So water will go from here to here. Canal is nothing but a pipeline type. I want to construct a canal. So what will happen? This excess water will be pumped into this. This is what? Bundelkhand. Here agriculture is there. So here I can use this water for irrigation sector. So here there is Panna Tiger Reserve. In between, Panna Tiger Reserve is there. That is the reason they didn't got environmental clearance for 6 years. 6 years the work was stalled there. Recently they got a green signal from the Supreme Court of India for moving with Ken Betwa interlinking of rivers. Now this I will link with this. So the excess water will come here. This will become very good. But in between the canal, the water also give irrigation to this area, dry areas. That is the beauty of Ken Betwa river linking projects. This is the first river linking project in India. Very big river linking project. A major irrigation project in India has recently secured its final forest clearance after the Ken Betwa link project is a river interlinking project that aims to transfer surplus water from the Ken in Madhya Pradesh to Betwa in Uttar Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh to Uttar Pradesh. From Madhya Pradesh to Uttar Pradesh. The Ken Betwa linking project aims to irrigate the drought prone Bundelkhand region. From Madhya Pradesh MP to UP. This is in between. What is there? The dam will build within the Panna Tiger Reserve and will generate 103 megawatts of hydroelectric project, but the 10% of Panna Tiger Reserve will be submerged under the water. 10% of tropical dense forest will be deforested for the sake of construction of dam. That is the reason for 6 years they didn't give any permission. Now why they gave, sir? They compromised. Ken Betwa river linking project. The government recently in the news. Why? 2 days back. Rashmika. Amitabh Bachchan triggered it. It became popular because Amitabh Bachchan understood. See, of the age of Amitabh Bachchan, of the stature of Amitabh Bachchan, who understood the importance of deep fake. What is the deep fake? We use artificial intelligence for morphing audio, video, photo is deep fake. It seems to be originally the same people, but they are not the same. It is called as deep fake. It comes under the rule called as Information Technology Act of 2000. Under Information Technology Act of 2000, any person morphing the photos taking from the social media is a criminal offence, which is completely unacceptable under the provision of Information Technology Act of 2000. So, it is a criminal offence. You have to know that deep fakes is in the news. Deep fake is nothing but by using artificial intelligence we are morphing the not only images, not only videos, but also voice also. We see nowadays elections, they themselves will tell that KTR will tell, don't vote for my father, he told it seems. Why he will tell? Deep fake. Deep fake. The Indian government instructed social media intermediaries to remove morphed videos or deep fakes from their platform within of a complaint being filed in accordance with the requirement outlined in the IT rules of 2020. The Act is 2020 and the rules came in Act 2020, 2000, and the rules came in 2021. Deepfakes has been around since 2017 and refer to videos, audios or images created using a form of artificial intelligence called as deep learning or else deep faking. Deep fakes. It is recognized as cybercrime. It is recognized as cybercrime. 1 year of Project Cheetah. 1 year of Project Cheetah, mainly Kuno National Park. Where it is located? Madhya Pradesh. Cheetah facts, this you remember. Asiatic cheetahs, African cheetahs. IUCN Red List recognized cheetahs as vulnerable species. Asiatic cheetahs and the Northwest African cheetahs are critically endangered. Generally cheetahs are vulnerable, but Asiatic cheetahs as well as Northwest African cheetahs are critically endangered. Our cheetahs are almost at the verge of extinction. Cheetahs have lost 90% of their global habitat. They now live in 9% of historic range. Means they lost their habitat. Oldest of the big cat species is cheetah. Ancestor can be traced back about 8.5 million years ago. Number of just cheetahs now around is 7,500. Why it is important? In India, Asiatic cheetahs are no more. Then we came up with a mission or operation called as Operation Cheetah, under which we brought 4 cheetahs from Namibia. What are the names of the 4 cheetahs? One is called as Asha, other is called as Gaurav, other is called as Shaurya, and other is called as Jwala. 4 cheetahs we brought from Namibia and we named them as Asha, Gaurav, Shaurya and Jwala. The Jwala is a female who gave birth to 4 cubs, but what happened? They are unable to survive in Indian environment. They are unable to survive in Indian environment. We are trying to bring them back, but it is unable to happen. Why? Because they cannot adapt to the environment. But what is important, the project Cheetah is 1 year completed. Vishwakarma Yojana. What is Vishwakarma Yojana? It will provide end-to-end support to artisans and craftspeople which work with their hands and tools. Training will be provided. How many? 6 lakh traditional artisans and craftspeople under the Prime Minister Vishwakarma scheme. The center has set a target of providing training. Proper skill training will happen to this particular OBC community, BC community, who are like artisans, like pots, like iron implements, gold implements, carpenters. So for these people, training will be provided under which scheme? Vishwakarma. Very recently it got started. How many people will be trained? 6 lakh people will be trained. Completely funded by central government. Completely funded by central government. The Master Trainers Training Program, which is also called as Master Trainers Training Program. The 6 lakhs people or 600,000 people, they themselves are masters. So for the masters there will be training and they will be going down and they will be training the other people. certification will be provided with cash reward. Certification will be provided with cash reward. So it is also called as what? Master Trainers Training. Masters himself a trainer. Master Trainer Training. Program is Pradhana Mantri Vishwakarma. Skill development. Training to the masters. Training to the mentors is Vishwakarma. Participant will receive training on entrepreneurial competency, business plan preparation, government support ecosystem, financial literacy, digital and social media marketing, branding, ensures recognition through Pradhana Mantri Vishwakarma certification, ID cards, skill upgradation through skill verification, basics like advanced skill training, everything will be Pradhana Mantri Vishwakarma, mainly targeting BCs, OBCs, in providing them what? Training. With respect to what? Skills, handcrafts, craftsmanship, carpenter, goldsmith, blacksmith, which are pottery, who are skilled. BC communities are craftsmen. National security strategy, what is this? In internal security you have to write. What is this national security strategy? In GS I will be teaching Indian society, I will only teach your Indian society. Internal security also I will only teach internal security and Indian society. That we will start in the month of January. Why? Because till December the main subjects will be completed. National security strategy, internal security. Every country will have its own strategy. National security. Suddenly something happened, like suddenly left-wing extremism increased. Suddenly Hindu-Muslim conflict increased like anything. So there is a need for a strategy to give security. Or suddenly China came aggressively. Pakistan came aggressively, Bhutan came aggressively, Nepal came aggressively. We have to protect ourselves. So there is a need for strategy. We don't have strategy, but we are making strategy now. For the first time we are coming up with a national security strategy. Almost all, Pakistan also have the strategy, but we don't have. Now we are in the process of making national security strategy. Once we made, we will have a plan how to attack from air, how to attack from water, how to attack on land. It can be internal security issue or external security issue. We will have a proper master plan. That having a proper master plan for the security is called as, and the shame is we don't have national security strategy up to now. Now we are in the process of making, after years of deliberations in the military and strategic community, India has kick-started the process of bringing a national security strategy. Everything can be compromised. Food can be compromised but not security. Food can be compromised but not security. Security is of prime importance, but that we don't have the strategy. A document outlines the country's security objectives and the ways to be adopted to achieve this, updated periodically, defines traditionally non-traditional threats and opportunities while introducing accountability of agencies tasked with the implementation of such responsibilities. Hence, there is a need for national security strategy. We don't have, but now we are happy that at least we started making. If any question is there, what might be the reason, like post-independence? What might be the reason for failure of India-China war in 1962? What might be the reason that every time Pakistan coming and fighting with us? 1948, 1965, 1998, 1972 Bangladesh time. Pakistan will only come and they will trigger. And they will fight, they will lose and they will go. Why we are giving opportunity? They know that we don't have security strategy. Why? Because Pakistan have security strategy, we don't have. At least we started Poshan Tracker app. Anganwadi workers will be having this. They will be tracking. Compulsory, they will tell all the women in the neighborhood to download Poshan. Download Poshan app. When they download Poshan app, every day they will update what they ate. So they can track their nutritional status. If any malnutrition, the Anganwadi worker will come to know. So before giving a complaint or before calling, I can understand through my app who are nearby. Why? Because I will be having their connection. So this person is having malnutrition. The Anganwadi worker will go, what is the problem? Anemia is a problem. Please eat iron-rich food. You don't have money, take these iron supplements. Like this, the Poshan Tracker has been successfully doing in villages, mainly through whom? Anganwadi workers. It will be directly under the control of district collector. The district collector will be taking care about this Poshan Tracker. So because of which what will happen? The mother will be healthy. When the mother is healthy, the child will be healthy. Within 2 years of the inception of the Poshan Tracker, there has been universal uptake. Nearly 1.3 million Anganwadi workers have downloaded the app across all states and union territories and are using it every day for, see, first they have to use, they are also like normal housewives only, Anganwadi workers, they are common women there. They are only downloading and they are using, means obviously they will make the neighborhood women to use it. Properly, the country is tracking the malnutrition of India. It's a very good solution. So, any question on malnutrition, you can write about Poshan Tracker. Central to the new Poshan 2 guidelines released by the Ministry of Women and Child Development, the Poshan Tracker is centralized information and communication technology enabled platform. This is centrally located Ministry of Women and Child Development in Delhi. They will come to know the graphs. So, where the malnutrition, in which district malnutrition is more, in which state the malnutrition is more, accordingly the Ministry of Women and Child Development at the central level can target and can improve that is Poshan. Kerala forms organic farming mission to boost agriculture. No state after Sikkim. Sikkim is the only state in India which is having farming, organic farming, 100% organic farming state is Sikkim. After Sikkim, Kerala also coming up with organic farming mission. So, second state in India which is emphasizing on organic farming is, what is organic farming, sir? Without using synthetics. Without using synthetics, it's called as organic farming by natural means. Like what? Vermicompost, green leaf manures, crop rotation, manures, biofertilizers, animal husbandry, biological management. Animal husbandry means cow dung. It is a organic farming. So, by using the organic means, when we are doing agriculture, it is called as organic farming. After Sikkim, the Kerala is the only state which is having organic farming mission. This is about, the mission aims to expand organic farming to 5,000 hectares in Kerala in the next 5 years through annual target of 1,000. Every year 1,000 hectares, 1,000 hectares, 1,000 hectares. So, by 5 years they want to bring 5,000 hectares under the control of organic farming. That is the problem with Sri Lanka. They should also come with piecemeal, slowly. But what they did, they went aggressively. They gave conditions. No farmer should go for synthetic agriculture, everyone should go with organic farming. First they should be training, how to use it. Without training, without any inputs, they just told that go with organic farming. So, failed. Like this we have to go. First year 1,000, second, overall in 5 years we have to reach. This is about the current affairs of this week. First one, Sri Lanka and India relation. Second, we also understood the story of LTT in shortcut, nutshell we understood. National Turmeric Board, next 2+2, next National Dam Safety Act, free ration, Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, India-Chile framework, mainly with respect to lithium. Next is QS Asia University ranking, NATO 31st country is Finland, Krishi 24/7, app AI powered, Ken Betwa river linking, again it started, that is again it started after 6 years, deep fake, Project Cheetah, Vishwakarma, National Security Strategy, Poshan Tracker, and Kerala Organic Farming Mission to boost agriculture. In 5 years, they are targeting 5,000.